Salve, Regina, Mater misericordiae. Today is the memorial of Saint Camillus de Lellis. Confessor, was during the 17th century. He was the founder of the Order of the Hospitallers, and he spent his life dedicated to taking care of the sick. And he was a man, took care of the sick. When we think of Mother Teresa, a woman, and the order of the Sisters Missionaries of Charity, taking care of the sick and those who are dying, and yet there was an order of men who took care of the sick as well. And this is a very great charity, and certainly something that God rewards very greatly, those who take care of others, because to take care of others means that I don't have time to do my own thing. And that's, I think, one of the great crises in our day, in our world, that there's so many entertainments and worldly attractions in the world that if I have to spend my time taking care of somebody else, I can't be going off into the town having fun, doing all kinds of things in the world, and with TV and movies and all the entertainments of the world, which perhaps are greater than ever because of all technology and everything. And this is one of the reasons why we don't have so many vocations, because people are caught up in the world and the entertainments and attractions of the world. They don't want to sacrifice that and give it up for God. So there's a lack of charity towards God, and there's also a lack of charity towards our neighbor, because so many people don't want to sacrifice for others, don't want to sacrifice to have children, and so we'll have one or two children or none at all. And abortion is there, and contraception, and so that my style won't be crimped, so that I won't, so that I'll be able to do what I want to do with my life, and it's me. And yet there's still so much need in the world, and it's a cross to take care of other people, to take care of children, to take care of the elderly, to take care of someone who's sick. It's a cross, and many people don't want to carry that cross, and they want to throw it away, and they lose enormous merit, and they cause so much sorrow to our neighbor who is in need. And so this takes charity. It takes the great grace of charity, love of God, and a supernatural hope and knowledge that God will reward the sacrifices that we make, and the reward is everlasting life, to enter religious life, to enter the priesthood, to take care of the poor, to have an abundant family and marriage. And because of the lack of supernatural faith, lack of supernatural charity, people don't want to do this, and maybe you and me at times don't want to make sacrifices as well, and we need to have more abundant charity in our soul, more abundant faith and knowledge and hope in the promises that God will give us for every little sacrifice that we make, especially on behalf of our neighbor in need. And so let us really embrace that and embrace a life of charity, be willing to die for our neighbor. To die for our neighbor means to die in little ways, not always like St. Maximilian dying for a neighbor and 2 weeks in a concentration camp starving to death, but dying for our neighbor, dying for our husband or wife, dying for our children, dying for our neighbor, dying by sacrificing my time, my things, what I want to do for my neighbor, for the love of God, with that great faith, knowing that God rewards and God gives us strength and help to carry that cross, which is really a very light cross when we really give, when we want to give to our neighbor. It's a very light cross, and there's many rewards to taking care of others, helping others as well. But we don't live so much for that, but for charity, for doing the will of God and giving to our neighbor.